camping for Twitch to add. Okay, let's watch Led's video.
I always say this to you guys.
Ah! Sorry. I'm so sorry. And he was talking so fast. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I always say this.
Why is it loud to you guys too, or did I just slam dunk my?
To you guys at some
Okay, there
point.
we go.
I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button forever.
There we go. I think I just slam dunked my headset.
But I promise it won't be today, and it won't be tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.
It's gonna be the day after.
It's
Oh,
weird
wait,
to
on
say,
Twitch,
but
not
the
in general.
hardest decision I ever made was picking between YouTube and Twitch. It doesn't seem
Means a
like
lot
it
when
should
we
be.
get to hang out.
Feels like there should have been harder things. There's like
Have a good one.
breakups. I had to choose what college I went to, what job I had, where I moved. Those were scary too, but this feels like I'm giving up the most. Because Twitch means a lot to me. I love Twitch.
Aww.
I really do.
I think a lot of us feel that way. Wait,
And before I...
am I gonna be a pausing Andy during this? Yes. I actually, this is one of my favorite things whenever a topic like this comes up. I feel like it's such a heated and exciting discussion because everybody fucking loves Twitch, but that's why we get so pissed when they make bad decisions. Like, I feel like so many of us have been on this platform for so long, and even you guys, like, as viewers. So we're like, we almost feel territorial over it. Like it's our kid. And when it fucks up, we want to, like, smack it. Do better. Before... I was going to say I bring you to the orphanage, but that's maybe too far. Anyways.
anyone just thinks that the reason I left was because of money, let me sit you down. And let me tell you exactly what happened. You see, my partner contract with Twitch ended in November. It actually ended right around when I was in Italy. And during those times, I was talking to Twitch and I was talking to YouTube, as you do. And originally, I was like, I'm just going to chat with YouTube to leverage the deal, to buff my Twitch deal, and then stay with Twitch. Because I'm a Twitch guy.
Mm-hmm.
There are people out there who think of Twitch and they think of me.
Smart plan.
When I think of my own identity, I think of Twitch.
Subathon guy, Pog.
And then I started chatting. Chatting. And the more I did, the more I
Listen.
realized
It wasn't
that
only...
YouTube made more sense for me. Like, I love streaming. But what actually makes me the happiest is just making dope shit. Making things that
Sorry, we will
I
look
think
through the
are
donuts
cool.
in a second.
And hopefully some other people out there think they're cool too. Things like Mogul Money. Things like the Christmas album. You know? The kickball tournament. Any of these ideas that take a lot more time and effort than just booting up stream and reacting to something or playing Super Auto Pets or whatever is what makes me happy and I'm proud of. And if I stayed with Twitch, I can't get into the specifics, but the way the deal was structured is I would have to be grinding hours.
Okay, on this point, I kind of agree with him. Like, when you're on Twitch, you do feel this pressure to stream all the fucking time, to react to stuff, to do longer hours, to do more, to do this, to do that. But, and I don't know if he's going to get into it, but I feel like that's not going to be better on YouTube. Like, I feel like one-off things like the kickball tournament would perform better on Twitch than they do on YouTube. But that's just my guess. I'm curious what you guys think. Pepe laughs? She doesn't know? Okay, we'll just keep watching.
Again, I can't get into the details.
Okay.
But YouTube offered me more money than Twitch. I'll just say straight up. They offered me more money. And both platforms had me streaming the same amount of hours. That was the original deal. And even then, with the same amount of money, I talked to every single person I knew. My mom, I talked to like all the creators I respect. I talked to Mizkif for advice. Mizkif, I was like, hey, can you give me advice, Mizzy? And he's like, what the hell are you talking to me for? I don't know. I called up old friends. I called up Bobby Scar. I talked to
Did he say
everyone I knew.
Scara?
Because I was at a loss.
Sc-
But I ended up deciding to go with Twitch,
My bad.
which might seem backwards after the news, after what you've probably seen. Because that's not what reality is now.
So
And
how
after
did we
I
get
decided, the main decision maker, I didn't know what to do after talking to all those people. So I did what I normally do. I flipped a coin.
here? Oh, Bobby Scar. Smash me.
I even recorded the entire thing. I basically made the biggest decision of my life for a content coin flip. Heads.
Okay, to be fair, he must have been so fucking split to do some shit like this.
I go to YouTube. Tails. I stay on Twitch. Now, surprisingly, you might have noticed that it landed on Twitch. Yet this is not the news story that came out today. Ludwig re-signed with Twitch. That's kind of not that exciting.
Google rigged it. What? They should
And
have
that's
rigged
because
it the
right
other way.
after the coin flip, I felt a wave of relief, which made me think it was the right decision. And so
I thought
I
he
was
was gonna
happy
say
with
the
it. And I
opposite.
went to the guys at YouTube and I said, look, I want to hop on a call with you guys because I respect you. I think you guys are doing cool things at YouTube. I really do think that. But I'm going with Twitch. And they fought for me. And I realized in that moment that even though I've been with Twitch for 3+ years, even though people call me the golden boy of Twitch, I've never felt like the golden boy of Twitch. I've never felt particularly loved by Twitch. I love Twitch, but it hasn't been a two-way street. You know, it sounds so selfish, right? Like I'm making a shit ton of money. A lot of people, I have a lot of fans. Everything's going well. But I feel like a whiny 8-year-old child who just wants some approval from a parent. And
I don't know if
never
I should
got that.
talk now or talk after the video,
never
but I have
Got
opinions.
reached out to after the subathon. Not even like a, hey, you made us the most money
Okay,
anyone has
I
ever
can
made us in
talk
a month.
after.
Thanks. And none of that. I never got anything. But I love the culture of Twitch. But YouTube, they gave me something when I came back. It was like some insane accidental negotiation tactic. They allowed me to stream way less hours a month. And that maybe you're thinking, or you're just trying to, rest, invest, as they say, basically do less work and
Rest,
get more money.
invest,
But
let's go.
it gives me more time to do cool shit that I'm super excited about. It gives me more time to work on the yard. Make a new mogul money show that I can actually do every single week. And I don't have to go live trying to fill
fair
hours so I
choice,
can
you
make
know?
enough money so I can do these cooler ideas. I want to make the biggest Smash tournament in the world. And I'm going to in 2022. I want to have the biggest prize pool, the most entrants ever for
Let's
Melee
go.
and Ultimate. I want to do that. But this is going to cost me probably $1 million. And I was thinking of ways to
Better
make
expense
$1
that
million
shit.
so that I could spend $1 million without it being done. I was thinking about doing another subathon. I was thinking about doing like a subathon in person, some expansion on the idea when I decided to go with Twitch because I needed more money to be able to do a cool idea like that. I was like, why am I giving up a month of my life? Yeah. And so I went to Twitch and I did the same thing that I did with YouTube. I said, hey, I decided on YouTube. What do you think? And no disrespect to the guys I talk to or Twitch as a whole. The guys who I talk to don't get to decide everything. They are not Twitch. Twitch is a giant multi-thousand employee company. There's 18 pipelines things have to go through before they can get done. You have an idea, it won't be executed for 10 months, and it will look nothing like what you originally thought. I know all this. But it still fucking hurt when they said, we wish you the best.
fucking
And so
hate
although
you.
I love Twitch, and I always thought of myself as a Twitch guy, they're not going to help me make the shit I want to make. I don't feel especially liked, respected, wanted. And I also don't want to do something because it's comfortable. The main thing holding me back from YouTube was fear. YouTube's not Facebook, no offense. It's not Mixer. It's fucking YouTube. It's like the biggest website in
I
the
bet
world.
there's so
for
many
posting
people that are like,
content.
"What's Mixer?"
But it's scary.
Yeah, it's the unknown.
And I made a pros and cons list, and the one con I had for YouTube is that I'd feel alone. And I'm still scared of that.
Understandably so.
But it's crazy not to do something just because you're scared. Everything else makes it seem like the right decision. And so if it takes a coin flip in an insane negotiation tactic for me to stop being a pussy, then so be it. I don't know if this will be cohesive.
I bet Toast
I'm recording
felt
this right
way
after my
more alone
last
on
ever
Facebook
Twitch stream.
than anyone could ever feel going to YouTube.
And now I'm a YouTube gaming streamer.
Gaming Pepe.
And I
Laugh.
don't even play video games. I don't think they know about that yet, but let's just keep that a secret. I've worked really hard, by the way, if you guys haven't heard, with Otto. We made an extension together that's just trying to make the experience on YouTube better. So all those subs that you had on Twitch are now combined with subs on YouTube, the memberships. The name you have, you can now change it to your Twitch name if you want. The emotes will be exactly like Twitch emotes. I just want to make it as seamless as possible.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't help a pause here. I think for YouTube, Lud and Auto, I'm going to make it as quick as I can, are great pickups. The thing is, there has been an extension that does this for over 2 years on YouTube already. But no one uses it because people who watch live streams on YouTube don't use extensions. But not the subscription thing, obviously. But even that.
Because I don't want to lose chat along the way.
But
That's
you
the
know, if
reason I
they're
like streaming.
even
I lose chat, I
marginally
lose
helping the
love
culture
I
and
have for
community
streaming.
there, it's still good. But yeah.
And I promise that extension will only get better. So if you guys haven't already, check it out. It's honestly worth your while. Otto put a lot of time into it. We're going to start adding some cool features like channel points. But it'll be our own custom channel points. So I'll be able to scale the economy because we'll have the whole back end to ourselves.
I'll explain in a
Unbanned
second.
forms coming included in the overall package. There's also things I haven't talked about, some secrets and surprises. Maybe you guys will find out. But I can promise you one thing. I've been streaming for about 4 years part-time, almost 4 years full-time.
Lud's been streaming as long as me? For some reason, I thought he had been streaming less time than me.
And I said I'd only stream 5. I'm sorry to say I'm scamming you one more time. I'll be here for at least 6. Anyway, boys, I hope you understand a little bit more. Hopefully you respect the
because I was
decision.
part-time like 3 years.
And hopefully you come to hang out on YouTube gaming. I've
or
always
something.
been like a
And
streamer
full-time,
and a
like,
YouTuber.
4.
Not a lot of streamers
I
can
don't
say the
even
same.
fucking know.
And that's always going to be the same case. I'm still going to be a streamer, and I'm still going to be a YouTuber, and I'm going to try to make even cooler shit this year.
Let's go.
Thanks for watching, as always, boys.
Boys.
And hopefully I see you in the streams.
Okay, for starters, let's get it out of the way. Lud's great. A lot of respect for him as a person, as a content creator. I ain't got nothing to say in that regard. Going through the parts, though. So
I think
initially he said, like,
and if
he wanted to stay on Twitch. It was more comfortable for him. Understandably so. I think the one part that I had the most thoughts about, and even what this person just donated and said, they said they might say the same thing to you, Poki. Why hold on to something that is just using you the same way as Lud, TBH? So let's talk about that. He said that he didn't feel as valued on Twitch as he did when he was talking to YouTube, which in my opinion is completely fair. And I think other people have said that too. They say, like, when I'm in negotiations with Twitch, I don't feel as cared about, or they compare me to this, or they want like a lot of hours, or they want ads, or, you know, I think Cho said something along those lines too, right? Here's the way I see it. And you know what? I felt the exact same way like 2 years ago when I was choosing between Twitch and YouTube. I felt extremely flattered by the manner in which the people at YouTube spoke to me. And if I can explain it any other way, it's something a little like this. But like, not even in a BM way. Like, just think about it. Twitch has so many fucking streamers. Do they care about you? Sure. Are they gonna care about you to the same level that YouTube, who's trying to get their fifth like big streamer over onto their platform? Of course not. Twitch has less to lose than YouTube does. It's like if you're dating a dude and he has like 4 other girlfriends and you're like the 5th. Whereas if you're dating a dude and you're going to be his first girlfriend ever, like, of course he's going to care about you more. I didn't know what other kind of example to give. Twitch has so many bitches. Like, it just does. And that's why they differentiate between people that they're going to give like a shit ton of money to and care about so much and try really hard to keep on their platform, versus like Lud, as amazing of a streamer and creator as he is, a lot of his viewers are probably just gonna watch X or gonna watch Miz or gonna watch whatever else. And you know what? Even to some extent, me. Like, I'm not even that special. I just got really lucky to start streaming when I did and to end up being like one of the top female streamers on Twitch. And even that, I'm actually really fucking lucky to be a girl in that regard, because it makes me more valuable to a platform where there aren't, nowadays there's plenty of really successful female streamers, but even like 2-3 years ago, there weren't that many. And that set me apart in that regard and made me more valuable. So, and I'm glad that he feels like really taken care of and really cared for by YouTube as a platform. But even when I felt that way 2 years ago, I realized, like, whether it's to Twitch or to YouTube, they don't care about like me, the person. Like, they don't care about Iman. They care about Poki and the return that she will provide on their investment. Like, that's really it. And YouTube just has more to gain from that investment than Twitch does. And that's why they will treat you marginally better. And I hate to say this, and this might be totally anecdotal, but like, even just 2 weeks ago, my second channel, my Clips channel, this one, we had a lot of issues. Okay, my Clips channel had a lot of issues where we were getting like 900K views in a day, and then it just collapsed to 100K. Like, look at this. All of our videos, I don't even care about showing money, but all of our videos just fucking died, okay? They, like, look at this. Spike up, dead. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, spike up and dead, all on the same day, November 14th. And we're like, look at this, flat. Dead. Dead. And we're like, yo, what's going on? And like, me, a creator of my size, I tried to contact like higher ups at YouTube. The same people that negotiate these multi-million-dollar deals with me. And it's been 2 weeks and they haven't helped me like at all. They initially said like, oh, this is just normal for the platform. And I was like, no, 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 no. Every single video dead on the exact same day, like that doesn't make sense. I was like, look at it. This, I think we can agree this doesn't make sense. So I sent them even more graphs and I was like, no, it really doesn't. And then they had like an in-depth analytics person look at it and they told me the same thing. And then I recently messaged the same person that I think misspoke about a similar issue. And then Fwiz tweeted at him because he was talking about it on stream. I also messaged Fwiz. We'll see if he helps, but it's been like 5 days and we still haven't gotten any help. And at this point, it's been 2 weeks since this happened. But actually, we pieced it together. And I think what occurred was one of my videos was flagged as being inappropriate, even though it wasn't. And even for a creator of my size, I couldn't get any help. So like, my point is not that I deserve more help, but it's like, I can't even imagine how hard it is for someone who's like a smaller creator than me. And ultimately, like these platforms will treat you better when it's more in their benefit to do so. I wouldn't take the positive treatment personally, and I wouldn't take the negative treatment personally either. And that's what I did 2 years ago. 2 years ago when I had to first choose between Twitch and YouTube, like make my final decision. You know what I decided off of? Not which platform would give me more money, not which platform was nicer to me, but which platform I would have more fucking fun on, okay? And at the end of the day, Twitch chat is what's fun. It really is. And Twitch culture is fun. And my friends on Twitch are fun. And maybe in 2 years, I will want to just solo dolo travel the world and want to get as many viewers as I want, and I'll stream on fucking everything, or I'll switch to YouTube because I want more of a mainstream audience. But what I wanted was to have a good ass time, and you guys are a good ass time. So yeah, that's all to say. I understand why Lud would be put off by the way that he was, like, by the fact that Twitch didn't care about him as much as YouTube. But also, I hope he knows some people have been treated way worse by the negotiations team. Not negatively, but like even Twitch 2 years ago deserved a lot more respect and likely money. But at the end of the day, business is business on YouTube and on Twitch. Let's not get it twisted. They are both just doing business. No matter how nice they are, no matter what compliments they tell you, they're both doing business. And as the streamers, we're kind of doing business too. So either way, I respect his decision. But I don't make decisions off of niceties. Is that the term? Yeah. Ooh, also, I really like the upside that when you stream on Twitch, you can kind of take full advantage of YouTube and full advantage of Twitch. But yeah, do you guys, pleasantries, yeah. Doing dope shit, as he puts it, is what is fun for him. So yeah, you kind of saying the same thing. Yeah, and if he feels like he can do more of that on YouTube, I fucking respect it. I just wanted to discuss this point specifically. The like YouTube fought for me, but Twitch just said, well, we gave you a good deal and it's up to you. Like, good luck with everything. It's like, I wouldn't take that personally or read into it or make any sort of a decision off of that whatsoever. Even though, like, I understand how that can put someone off, I think at the end of the day, and I do think he still did this, he made the decision for himself. I just realized I haven't had notifs for your Clips channel for days. I used to get them every day. Well, yes, milady, that's because our Clips channel has been fucking murdered by the algorithm. Murdered. Little, it's dying. Someone resuscitate it. Like, sure, the algorithm has its benefits, but it also has its downsides. Let me tell you that much. It has its benefits, but it fucking has its downsides. One flag equals, no, that's the thing. It was one video. One video. And I was just begging the people at YouTube, like, hey, can you please just like unflag it? Because one, the video wasn't inappropriate, and two, like at least don't have it impact my entire channel. But it is what it is. I think we just have to wait a certain amount of time, and then hopefully the algorithm will start trusting us again. But it makes me so sad. Yeah. Twitch never showed they cared about Lud even when he wasn't negotiating. The thing is, I don't think Twitch will go out of their way for any one streamer, because it's like it has so many employees, it's a little bit inappropriate or weird too. Does that make sense? Delete the clip. Of course we did. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah. Like, well, I don't know. I think it's just hard because Twitch has become such a big platform, and I think Ludwig understands that. They don't want to show favoritism. Exactly. YouTube has 100x more employees, but YouTube Live does not. The live streaming portion of YouTube and the gaming portion of YouTube does not. It's still a much smaller team, which can like make you feel more special or show you like better care than freaking Amazon Twitch Corp. Isn't he the 6th biggest? Why would you not want to keep him? Obviously, Twitch did want to keep him. And I think they gave him, I'm assuming they gave him a decent deal. Obviously not as much as YouTube, because YouTube would benefit more. So obviously they're going to give more money. They probably gave him like a decent deal, but it's not going to make or break Twitch as a platform to keep Lud. So they're not going to give him like, I don't know how much he got, or I can't say, or, you know, whatever. But they're not going to give him as much as YouTube is willing to give him. Because at the end of the day, they're Amazon and they need to justify their spending. So. Is it GTRP soon? Soon. We're just finishing up talking about this, and then yeah. YouTube is trying to climb the ranks as a streaming platform, so they'll do anything to get the benefit from large streamers. Yeah, so let's say they're willing to pay $20 million for Lud. Twitch, it probably doesn't make sense for them to pay $20 million for Lud, unfortunately. But business-wise, like, it's just business. How would YouTube benefit more from Lud? They make more from regular content creators, don't they? Yeah, but they obviously want to expand their live streaming portion of their platform. So they set aside way more money to just get streamers over to their platform. But small creators on Twitch are also shadow banned by the way the directory works in Twitch. I haven't heard that much about people being shadow banned, especially not smaller creators, but I could be wrong. I also think it's much harder, like for you to be shadow banned, I feel like someone would have had to like intentionally do that, but the algorithm sometimes just accidentally fucks you when you're done. I can't really speak to that though, because I have no experience or knowledge about shadow banning on Twitch. You're wrong, they do? Oh, I'm sorry, I have no idea. To be fair, how many smaller creators do you know or talk to? That is a fair point. That's why I'm saying like I don't know as much about that, so I can't really speak to it. But I also haven't seen other people talk about it that much either. And I try to keep up with those sort of things. Send you to the shadow realm. But it was not just about the money. YouTube allowed him to stream less. Yeah, true. But I think even if Twitch matched the hours, I think he probably still would have went with YouTube, I think. It's okay, I still got you. I'll still read you. I thought Twitch actually likes Ludwig because they let him be the host of Hivemind. Guys, I'm sure Twitch loves Ludwig. I'm sure Twitch offered Ludwig millions of dollars to stay on their platform. It just wasn't as many millions as YouTube. And it probably was like requiring a lot more hours than YouTube. But like, that's life. Well, that's not life, that's business. The way he roasted Twitch with that music in a car thing is kind of not Pog. I thought that shit was so funny. Also, I'm still hopeful that the music issue will slowly get resolved on Twitch. I don't know how, but I'm praying. Yeah, it seems like Ludwig's long-term goals don't align with Twitch, and that's totally fine. I think it's less so that they don't align with Twitch and just that they align slightly more with the YouTube deal. It seems YouTube is trying to get a variety of big streamers with recent acquisitions, probably in the hopes other smaller ones follow/stream via YouTube. I agree with this part. Of course, they want a variety of people, but I don't know if I agree with this part. Like, I don't know if I would ever tell a smaller streamer to stream on YouTube as opposed to Twitch. Yeah, I don't know. Poki, isn't the point of his decision was his lessened hours so that he can do more content, not really on the hurt thing? To me, it sounded like they were both pretty important points. And I mean, he mentioned it, so I can only assume that it was a factor in his decision making. YouTube has zero Dude, this shit is hilarious to me. But they do have an algorithm that helps if you're playing things that are trending, I think. Which is great for established streamers, but not so great for up and coming streamers. It helps, Copium. Twitch signed Toast recently, who pulls in the same amount of viewers as Lud did, so no loss in their eyes. I mean, I don't think it's... I don't know if Twitch is like tallying who they sign with and who they don't. I think they basically have tiers of like S-tier streamers, people that we will fight for no matter what. And I would assume people like XQC are in that tier. Probably people like Nick Merckx. And then I think the tier that Lud is in is probably like A tier or like B tier, where it's like, we'll do our best, but our investment has to make sense. So you need to stream a certain amount of hours. You need to like play ads. You need to do X, Y, Z. But especially in that tier, those are the most susceptible streamers to switch over to YouTube because it's just not that much of a loss to Twitch. But it's still quite the benefit to YouTube. Guys, I'm saying like A, B because it's a really large category. Okay, A tier. But also I feel bad saying like they're not fighting for A tier streamers, but I think you get what I mean. My point is like your S tier streamers, there aren't too many of them. But your A tier streamers, there's a fair fucking bit. Like let's just name some. Toast, Lud, Miskiff. Who else? Who else would you put in that same tier? Like Forsen, Lyric, Hassan, Soda, me. Moon, Train, Saikuno, Summit. You know, there are so many. Think about it. Twitch just can't pay 20 million for all of them. Okay? It's like, you know, from a business perspective, it doesn't make sense to give 20 mil to each of them. But will they give them like as reasonable of a deal as they can? For sure. But they're not going to make them feel as good as like YouTube will if YouTube chooses them. But it is what it is. Yeah, Bezos can. I mean, it's less so about Bezos and more so about Twitch wants to be profitable as a platform. And even though it's on and poppin', I actually don't know how profitable they are overall. XQC is S tier. Yeah, XQC is S fucking tier. How many average viewers would you say S tier is? Amaranth S plus tier. Interestingly enough, I don't know. Oh my god, I would love to see Amaranth like be signed to YouTube or some shit. But the thing is, it's actually tough because I think when you're not family friendly, you're way less likely to get a platform deal either which way. Whether it's Twitch or YouTube. Which kind of sucks, but I guess the idea for people like that is not being family friendly allows you to profit and kind of make up for that in some way. Which I'm sure she does. Which, yeah, I'm sure she does. But it's more interesting for guys that aren't as family friendly. Because when you think a girl isn't family friendly, like it's pretty clear cut. It's like, oh, she is like on OnlyFans or something, let's just say. But a guy, like let's say, I would say someone like Hassan isn't family friendly. So it makes me wonder, is YouTube interested in someone like him? Would Twitch pay a decent amount for someone like him? Or like Trainwrecks. Trainwrecks is a good example too, since he does gambling quite a bit. Hassan OnlyFans stop. I actually think XQC, I don't think XQC, I wouldn't say like, let's put him in front of the whole family, but I would say he's for some reason more family friendly than I feel like Hassan is. But I think that's because he plays so many games. Do you guys agree or disagree? I might be wrong, but if I was a platform, that would be my perspective for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because like Hassan, Amaranth, all of them are still really, really good streamers. Right? So imagine watching XCC stream with your family and then he does one of his juicy. That is exactly what I thought of. That's exactly what I thought about. I was like, are we going to throw him in front of the fam? And he just slams it. XQC is more of a brand risk than Hassan. I don't think so. XQC's been sponsored hella. It's different because Hassan does politics and XQC games and farts. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And Haddison? Sorry, who? But Hassan also, I respect this, by the way. I don't want to frame this as like a bad thing, but you know, he will discuss anything on stream. Absolutely anything. And obviously that's one of the reasons why people love him. But I think that's also very difficult for like a platform to stand behind. So yeah. Cussy. He'll straight talk about Cussy for 2 hours. He'll stun lock on Cussy. Yeah. Ludwig is unique in that his brand is worth millions with his companies and ambitions. Again, I think Lud is an amazing content creator. But I think there are so many amazing content creators. Like, is this me? Oh my god, that's me. Is this me? Huh? How do you even watch a stream on YouTube like bruh? I think maybe someday I can be converted, but my brain still goes Twitch, live stream, YouTube, VOD. But also every single time I've spoken to YouTube about platform switches, because I'm just like excited for the world of live streaming, I tell them everything. I tell them I hate this, but without even signing with them. I tell them I like that you guys do this and this, but I think you need to do this and this, and I fucking hate this, this, and this. I just tell them, and I'm like, I hope you take my feedback into consideration. And I always tell them, I despise the way that live streaming looks on YouTube. Like, how does it even look? Where is it? Where? Explore subscriptions, originals, YouTube music, watch later. It's here, right? Live? it's Tim. Doc 30K Andy, Tim 40K Andy. But even in like a year from now, like you're just not going to hear about them as much. You get what I mean? I think there's still, okay, here's the way I see it. It's almost like as a content creator, you gain more relevancy and exposure by being affiliated on different platforms. And so let's say you gain this, hold on. Let's say I'm a content creator and my name is Poki, smiley. Hello. I'm sorry about my writing. Let's say I gain this much relevancy from having a pop-in YouTube channel, right? And then let's say I gain this much relevancy from also having a pop-in Twitch channel. And then let's say I gain this much relevancy from having a TikTok, and then this much from a Twitter. Okay? Now, if you switch to YouTube, let's say you keep your YouTube relevancy and maybe you get a little bit more, but you probably won't get that much more. But then you lose all of this. And then, well, I'm still going to have my TikTok and I'm still going to have my Twitter. Let's say it's like this. Because the YouTube grows a bit. But you're still losing out on that Twitch relevancy in a sense. So I guess that's how I kind of see it. And sure, your numbers on YouTube live streaming can still be good, but not being on the platform will still impact your overall relevancy. I do think, like, for example, Ray's a good example. She collabs so much with Twitch streamers that, like, she keeps some of that relevancy, but that's still something you kind of need to go out of your way to do. And that's like, you're kind of tapping, you're kind of tapping into this by doing that, but you're not tapping into it as much as you do if you were just streaming on that platform. Anyways, all of that to say, I am so excited for the day where people start multi-streaming. That's my dream. That's my fucking dream. So then you take advantage of all of these platforms to their fullest extent. That's the fucking dream. Capitalism won't allow it. Yeah. Why not do it now? Because money. Because all the streamers that would benefit from multi-streaming make too much money signing exclusivity deals. Yeah, you see this with people who started on YouTube. Technoblade, for example, has 200K, 300K on average, while ex-Twitch streamers don't seem to ever reach such numbers. Yeah, but I've never watched a Technoblade stream because I just don't watch streams on YouTube. YouTube pays a salary though, right? Does that mean content creators like Ludwig are valuing a consistent revenue stream in lieu of subs? No, you can still have subs on YouTube. They're just called members. Ludwig made his decision off of YouTube paying him more and YouTube allowing him to stream less hours.